The 2017 and 2018 annual Equality Monitoring Report stated that 2% Black African students attended Trinity College. However, there is no current update on this report. Nevertheless, it is still evident that this percentage has increased just by looking at the lecture halls in Trinity campus. In this video, 5 students of Black African ethnicity studying in Trinity College will answer 3 questions that will help staff and students of Trinity College answer the question, how do we make the curriculum more inclusive for Black students?
My name is Kiki Oniyami. I'm studying human health and disease, and I'm from Nigeria.
My name is Leslie. I'm studying general nursing in Trinity, and I'm originally from Nigeria. When I started in Trinity College, we weren't going through a pandemic. I started in the lecture theatres that were full of 100 or 150 students. I didn't really have a face-to-face interaction with the lecturers, so I felt very isolated from the course content and from the lecturers. It was a bit of a struggle to really get into it.
I actually enjoyed the last year during lockdown the most because it was actually all online. I didn't realize how much I needed that recorded lecture part of the learning. I enjoyed having everything online. I haven't had any big queries of just being Black. I haven't actually had or dealt with any horrible lectures or teachers, but I do have an experience of my friend. He was working with one of the staff, and they were talking about just being Black in Ireland and being Irish in Ireland, and they were comparing Northern Ireland and Ireland's their kind of history and battle to racism, and we both were what? That's not something we would expect someone in such a cultured university to be comparing the two. So I thought that was a bit surprising with the staff that maybe they're not actually as knowledgeable of maybe Black culture or Black struggles and stuff like that. So I was a bit surprised.
Find the curriculum inclusive. I feel like the course is taught through the eyes of the traditional Irish person. As a nurse, you have to interact with patients and people and staff out on placements or when you're working, and I feel like that's when you really gain the experience that the Irish population is more diverse than the course content is delivered. When you're out on placements, you really get to see the different kinds of illnesses that different populations and ethnicities go through, such as Black people, for example, might go through a certain type of hereditary disease that's not really found in the Irish population, but our course content isn't delivered with that in mind. So that's when I really realized that the course isn't too inclusive.
For the most part, I do find it quite inclusive. I am in a health science course, so a lot of the stuff that we learn is applicable to every kind of race. Maybe learning about these basic principles, it'd be nice to kind of see some diversity in the diagrams that we use and the examples we give. A lot of the time we're learning about problems that happen in Ireland, Europe, or America. It'd be nice to kind of hear some stats about, maybe the stroke rates in Iran or Nigeria. And again, with the diagrams, just having more just other kind of bodies when it comes to diseases, how they show up in other people that, just isn't your typical, Irish person.
Hi everyone, my name is Amira Tayinde and I'm a third year general nursing student. So I'm going to be discussing my experience of learning in Trinity from the perspective of a Black person. A lot of us Black people kind of felt almost ostracized in the classroom because, for example, if everyone in the whole lecture hall was talking, the Black people would be given out for talking rather than everyone just being given out for talking. And it kind of made it feel we just felt left out sometimes, and we felt it kind of made us feel as if we didn't deserve to be there sometimes. But and from my own personal experience, like, I don't like being the type of person who is causing trouble or causing disruption. So I found myself having to even sometimes separate myself from my friends who are Black. And I think making such assumptions about people of colour or Black students is detrimental to their learning and is unfair, because no one should have preconceived ideas placed on them. And I think this needs to be taken into consideration by lecturers and other students.
My name is Louis Lyons. I'm 19 and I'm a first year student studying Latin and Middle Eastern Jewish and Islamic civilization. So as a first year student in Trinity, my learning experience has been slightly limited, but so far it's been positive. The students in my course are quite diverse. Like, there are many non-Irish people, some of whom are from non-Western countries, which makes discussions in class interesting, as you get a wide range of opinions, and I think this adds to the learning experience. The issue of race has come up in the course a number of times, and I think it's well handled by the lecturers. I think they're sensitive to race as a topic, but also as an ongoing kind of lived experience for many students in the class. I haven't needed much support so far, but I do feel like if I did, it would be there. I've gotten a number of emails telling me about the colleges, writing supports, mental health supports, etc. One thing I think, however, is that no one's indicated any sort of designated specialist who can deal with racism in college, whether it be from staff or students. I think if someone were to experience, let's say, verbal racist abuse, as opposed to going to your tutor, who may or may not be qualified or equipped or know how to deal with it, it might be worth looking into creating a contact for students and staff. Someone who you could go to for abuse, discrimination, harassment that may or may not constitute a hate crime, but undoubtedly warrants disciplinary action by the university, that kind of thing.
My learning experience at Trinity College Dublin from 2016 to 2020 was a very good one. Yes, there were various supports available in college that aided the learning experience. Curriculum at TCD was comprehensively inclusive, with inculcation of cultural diversity, social background, race inclusiveness, and most especially guest speakers were invited to the classroom so that students can learn directly from source. TCD is a very inclusive center, but I would suggest that the staff members in the school community should recognize diversity, not just with mere words, and provide opportunities for Black students to be heard and listened to, whether in group activities or lecture rooms and academia society at large. Finally, staff should put all the provisions and knowledge gained in college to practice and support one another, most especially the Black students. Thank you.
The aim of this video was to identify how the students and staff of Trinity College can make the curriculum more inclusive to the Black students attending the university. With the help of Leslie, Kiki, Amirat, Louis and Temi, we are able to identify a few ways on how staff and students can help to make the curriculum more inclusive for Black students attending Trinity College.